it is quite natural for human beings to realize that there are different levels of intelligence. One is very basic, practical, pragmatic, causal, this before that, put this before that, then apple cart before the horse, or whichever one, what. All terrestrial wisdom, normal wisdom. This is good, you can't do that, you can't put this, etc. There's a way of cooking, there's a way of presenting, there's a way of talking, there's a language you have to learn, and. Now, it is natural for us to aspire towards higher. It is natural for us to want to know what is it that is guiding, leading, governing the whole universe. Because I'm not separate from the universe. Because if I am aware of that agenda, if I'm aware of God's will, so to speak, then I won't suffer from mistaken will or wrong wills. I don't want to suffer. I'm programmed already not wanting to be in agony or in pain, physical or otherwise. So, therefore, we are all driven towards a higher zone of consciousness. Now, this is where the model of self-soul comes into play. Duality, duality, duality. From unity back to unity. Is that I. The baby begins to identify with itself. By the time he's 6, 7, it wants to excel. Wants to be seen excelling, wants to be clapped for, developing the ego. I. Eventually, by the time they are 20, 30, they begin to realize other people are the same. Everybody wants to be number one. Nobody is excluded. We all want to be the best. But what is that which is beyond bestness? What is that which is beyond measurable number one? What is the boundary? So you have run the mile, you have become the one to break the past records. We want to break records. We want to go into another zone, a quantum zone, beyond measure. So the two of me, self, soul, the self is measured. It has to rest, it has to sleep. It can only exist because of the material side of me, if my organs function, and the mind, which is like the king in that kingdom, orchestrates the whole thing. Clear mind, better body. But mind exists because of something else. It is the intermediate between the absolute, the infinite, and the finite, the limited, the so-called me. Soul, self, connectedness is through the mind. And I am both. But in truth, the reality of me is a soul. The manifestation of me is a self. And the self manifests also in a physical way. So this is the most magnificent magic of how the material and the total pure cosmic energy of lights are inseparable. They're seamlessly connected. So my ego, the animals in me, all the zoo in me, and the divine light within me are inseparable. Separation is the illusion that there is distance. Distance exists only in the relative sense, in the earthly sense. And that is why the more we look at the size of the cosmos or its boundaries, the more it recedes further. At what speed also, that is what is keeping us in the illusion of space and time. Speed of light, 300,000 kilometers a second. This is what gives us the illusion of a boundary. If you go beyond that speed, there is nothing. There is infinite. There is boundlessness, if you like. God's domain. But so is this domain as well. But this is now caught within the relative, so that we try to balance the good and the bad. And if you are spiritually intelligent, then you want to go beyond the good and the bad. If you are just humanly intelligent, you're all the time groping for better, 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 until you have so much better and better that you're sinking in it. What is better? Better is not to go beyond your mind without losing your mind. But most people try to lose their mind through intoxicant. Why lose it? Transcend it. Keep it there for a while. It's useful for your body, useful for the organs. They send you a signal, I am in pain. The biggest gift in life is pain. Otherwise, you lose your arm, you first pain, your finger caught in the door. What if your hand? You lose everything if you have no pain. So, it is the intricate balance, seamless connectedness of what you call lower self, ego self, animal self, changing self, with the ever-constant soul, with the divine light in you. If there is a business for us, if there is a job, if there is a responsibility, It is to see the ever-connectedness. And therefore you smile at your lower self. So again, you wanted to have a big reputation. You wanted to be famous, but where will you stop? How much famous? You wanted to be wealthy. How much wealthy? You were able to sleep, and on and on. So you have the right perspective. And the perspective is, don't deny the animal, but acknowledge the light that gives the animal its life and its direction, going higher, higher and higher in consciousness, up to the limit that it has got within itself.